Welcome back to LimQ Plus, everyone. On this channel, I'm 100%ing Breath of the Wild by a bit every day until Tears of the Kingdom comes out, which today is in 151 days. We're getting close to 150 days now. I thought it was potentially a good idea today to rank Korok seeds. And that doesn't mean ranking all 900, because there's not that much variance after all, but to rank different types of Korok seeds. So for example, I'm about to come up to one type of Korok seed. This down here, in speedruns we call a light chase. Unless I already got it. Wait, did I already get it? Oh. Never mind. This is the point where I'm starting to lose track of which Koroks I've gotten. Okay, I got this one, but none of the other ones. Well, this is usually a light chase. A Korok where there's a little light that runs around the pond or any surface. And you have to catch it by interacting with it, basically pressing A on it. These Korok seeds, in my opinion, are the second worst Korok seeds in the game. They are incredibly obnoxious at times, because they will usually be faster than you, even if you have a level 3 speed potion. So sometimes, especially for more impatient people like me, they can get a little bit annoying. And I'm not a big fan of them. This right here is one of the most average Korok seeds. I would kind of rank it in the middle of the pack. After I've gotten one of each type, I'm going to do a final ranking. I would say these rock Korok seeds are kind of in the middle of the pack. They reward exploration usually. They're usually on top of some peak or inside of a tree, or just sometimes randomly on the ground or on some ledge. And they are all right. They make sense to me. The only problem with them is that sometimes it can be frustrating, so I would say they may be slightly below average, but middle of the pack. The only problem I have with the rock Korok seeds are that sometimes you'll be picking up rocks expecting to get a Korok seed, to then just get nothing. And that can be incredibly frustrating. There's just a bunch of rocks scattered around the kingdom, and picking them up and then not getting anything for it is kind of annoying. Now these Koroks down here, I missed them, are actually pretty good. I'm a pretty big fan of the balloon Korok seeds. I guess there's two different type of balloon Korok seeds, right? There's the ones that are just like sitting on the ground or in a tree or up top somewhere. I would say those are pretty good. They're satisfying to trick shot. But what's even more satisfying, even though they can be casually a little bit annoying at first, I'm also ranking this obviously with a limited perspective in being a speedrunner, are the ones where there's a little pinwheel on the ground. You interact with the pinwheel and then balloons start flying around. Those Korok seeds I think are pretty cool. It's really fun to optimize them, to get good at them and shoot those balloons correctly. Especially with bomb arrows. Again, that's something that's done a lot in the 100% speedrun. I'm going to be starting another 100% speedrun this week on my Twitch channel. If you want to see me fail those balloons, even though I practice them, because they can still be tricky. Now, these here casually are pretty satisfying. They're the equivalent of solving a little bit of a mini puzzle, right? They actually, at least... So there's... obviously, all of these Koroks are balanced in a way, right? Like these block puzzles here, they are easier to find sometimes. Sometimes they're also quite well hidden. But then you actually have to solve a little bit of a challenge. While those rock Korok seeds are free if you find the rocks, so they're more about exploration. So let's rank the Koroks up until here. So I'd say of these Koroks, the light chases are the worst, in my opinion. The light chases are the worst. The rocks are the second worst. The balloons are the best. And the block puzzles are behind the balloons right now, okay? That's my rating. We're going to be doing basically one of each type here in a row. Now, a little bit more annoying than the rocks, and I will simply explain you why. It's probably not going to be raining on the other side. These confetti Koroks is what we call them in the speedrun. And it's because they tend to be on top of trees. This tree, you can see it already, it has one of them. It actually stopped raining, but getting these Korok seeds when it's raining is so incredibly frustrating. So in my opinion, that is the worst version of the rock Korok seeds. Sometimes they are in easier locations on top of a roof or something traditionally, but usually they're on something you have to climb. And simply because rain is so annoying, I would rate them below the rock Korok seeds. Let me think. We can go over here. We should get a rock circle Korok seed, which is something we haven't gotten yet. There's also one thing that I won't count. There's a bunch of like piles of leaves. I also won't count the very rare Korok seeds. For example, there's the Korok seed at the Bridge of Hylia, which is really random but cool. You have to pick up a rock, not a rock, a stick, and then a Korok randomly spawns. There's also one in Farron where you have to shoot a luminous stone eye. I will also say there's one, I won't rank those because they're too unique. I will also say one of my favorite Korok seeds in the game is actually a confetti Korok. It's at the tech lab in Akala, and what I like about it is that it's literally chilling on a chair, which I think is a cool idea. It just looks like it's very relaxed. Now let's get one of each type and then do the final ranking. So this is a rock circle. It's similar to the block puzzles in that you can usually see the rock circle quite easily, and then there's actually a little clue that some of you might not know, but usually in whichever direction the opening of the circle is where you will find the rock that you have to bring there. Actually, let me show you something for this one, just because it's a little bit cooler. And it's something that you may have not seen, but the rock circles are pretty good, and they've actually been getting even better in speedruns, and I will show you why. Another type that I'm not gonna rank, and it's actually over on the other side, rocks that are under leaves and rocks that are under rubble, like a bunch of basically these breakable rocks, right? There's these breakable rocks, and then a small rock is under them. This is kind of hard to explain, but I will show you. Those ones I will basically simply rank with all pick up a rock Koroks. They will all count as one, even though they're slightly different. But watch this. This is pretty cool. I'm picking up this rock. I'm going for the good old BLSS glitch, right? Now watch this. We're taking this rock, and this is a special rock because it has an actor in the code to it that allows us to do this. So you can actually technically take another rock where a Korok is hiding under because it has the same actor and use them for solving those circles, which is actually really cool in speedrunning, which is why I like the rock circle ones a little bit more these days. Now, and this is gonna be, after ranking all of them, probably the lowest position, is what's coming up next, and these are flower chases. These are the worst Koroks in the game to me, because of the problems we already talked about. They have the same issues that the confetti Koroks have, but much, much worse, because for the confetti Koroks, usually you only have to climb once, where for the flower chase Koroks, is what we call them, on some of them you have to climb so long, for so long. It's incredibly frustrating, and these are probably going to be on the very bottom of the list after we're done with the ranking. We're getting close to having all types done. We need the acorns in trees, the shoot acorn Koroks, and the shoot balloons on pinwheel Koroks. And then the count the flower Koroks. Oh my god, I just realized how many types there are. There's also golf Koroks, which unfortunately will be ranking pretty low as well. But I think we should be able to get one of each type relatively quickly if we do it clever. Let me show you those breakable rocks real quick before I move on. Let me think about this area. Oh, there's a basketball Korok there as well that I can show. Those ones can be pretty annoying too, but this is what I mean, right? You pick up this rock, and then you break this rock, and then there's another rock under the breakable rock. I'm saying rock a lot in this video, but you get what I mean. So those are, I'm gonna be ranking them, and the ones that are under the leaves as well, all as pick up rock Korok. Oh my god, this is a tongue twister video, I just realized. Pick up rock Korok, okay? They are not going to be ranked separately, depending on if they're just chilling in a tree on a ledge, or if they're under rocks, or if they're under leaves, okay? Just to make that clear. Now, over here, there is a basketball Korok. These ones can be extremely frustrating, but at the same time, they are actually kind of satisfying when you do manage to make them work. Oh, also we need to do race Korok seeds. There's actually a lot we have to do, so. So these ones are, in concept, cool, right? Because it's fun to get this one first try. Maybe I'll get it. Boom. See, now I feel cool. I feel satisfied. But if you don't get them first try, these can actually be incredibly annoying. And there's a lot of these Korok seeds as well. There's a lot of these Korok seeds as well at bridges where you're supposed to put like Cryonis blocks down, and that can be incredibly frustrating. Because they can usually around bridges there's Yiga that spawn, making it even more annoying. So yeah, I'm not gonna be rating them too highly at the end. But okay, so what we still need is shoot balloons, shoot multiple balloons, shoot acorns, acorn and tree, race. And again, I'm not gonna be ranking unique Korok seeds like the one in Hateno as well, where you have to shoot 10 signs at first. For then, those are one of the coolest Koroks, right? That would be unfair because they're actually unique. Alright, so there's a bunch of types here that we still have to get. We can hopefully get them all in a row. So let's start. We have a race Korok, but I'm not gonna be doing that first. We have a shoot emblem Korok. Those ones, I almost don't want to rank them with how rare they are. Like these ones here are really rare and they're very boring, right? You shoot, you simply shoot an emblem, and if you're lucky, you get a Korok seed. I feel like they're not very cool. They didn't really make it too clear which emblems to shoot. Sometimes you find them and you think, yeah, cool, I got a free Korok seed, but I'm really not a big fan of them. The races, however, will probably be the most fun Korok seed in the game for me. And this is mainly because I speedrun. Okay, this is not good. I'm getting attacked, it's raining. This reminds me of the 100% experience, by the way. This is how it feels to run 100% and then get random rain. This is literally the definition. But yeah, the race Koroks will probably end up being my favorite. Mainly because in speedruns you can obviously combine wind bombs with the race. Right. Beautiful. Feels very satisfying to just wind bomb into the race. Will probably be my favorite at the end. Man, I'm realizing how many different types of Koroks there were. I thought we can get through this really quickly, but clearly we cannot. Thankfully, if I wind bomb up here, I should be able to get another type of Korok seed. It's a specific one, but also one of the most satisfying ones, which is shoot the balloons. They're probably going to be my second favorite at the end. So we already had balloons that are already in the world, right? But this balloon isn't. The only reason this balloon exists is because there's a pinwheel here. And now watch this. Isn't that satisfying? I agree. That's why I like them so much. Once you know where you have to aim to get these balloons first try, they turn out to be extremely satisfying, and that's why out of the race, which is just more cool in terms of movement, they're gonna be my second favorite Korok type to get. Again, there's technically even more different type of rocks that you can pick up here. Over here in Castle, there's gonna be a rock that's like behind a Magnesis door. Again, that's just gonna be considered a Korok that's a rock. So yeah. Let me find the last two types that we need. I'm almost certain I'm gonna forget something. Oh yeah, actually lily pad Koroks. Man, how many types are there? So this would just be another Korok. This would be another Korok that's just considered picking up a rock. Right, now let me think. So, oh my god, I forgot. There's another type. Another type yet again. Okay, thankfully, because I failed the wind bomb, I didn't actually take any damage from that Guardian shot. Wait, there's another type. Just playing through the game makes you realize how many types there are. I thought there's like 7, but there's like 100. Well, not quite. Okay, let's get over them. It's actually going to be quite hard to make a list at the end of the day. I almost feel like I need to make a list in tier maker, but I'm going to give you like a rough ranking instead. So there's one of the most annoying Korok types in the game casually by far over here that I completely forgot about, which is we call them matching the trees. They can also exist in the form of different sort of trees where it's not apple trees. They can also be in this form of cacti in the desert. So usually what the game wants you to do, it wants you to pick all of the apples from the tree that are not like the others, but maybe you've seen this in the speedrun before. One thing you can do is you can stasis the apple that needs to be aligned with the other two. You stasis it, and then you simply cut down the tree. And this will actually solve the Korok seed as well. So this can be very, very nice. Definitely recommend it if you're still hunting down all of the Koroks. You'll save minutes and minutes. So these Koroks will be ranked because we have a speedrun solution for them at least, other than the flower chases. Kind of low, but not at the very bottom. Now, we also have Golf Koroks. So it's Golf, Lily Pad, Apple Offering, I think, that I'm still missing. We also have Golf Koroks, and these are... the idea of them is kind of cool, right? So this one in particular, maybe not so much, because you just hit it once. Other Koroks later on have like huge distances that you have to clean up between them. So you have to like shoot the rock or the boulder all the way down a hill and then hit the target. In theory, that can be cool, but in reality, it's actually really hard to pull off the perfect golf shot. When you do get it, it's kind of nice, but after speedrunning and actually knowing the strategies to them, I will say they're going to be ranked pretty low, probably third lowest at the end of the list. But we'll see. Another one that's in the last 5 positions for me is gonna be Apple Offering. So Apple Offering is a Korok seed that we can find over here. It's just too easy, too simple, and too random. And there's another type of these Korok seeds later in the Gerudo Desert, where instead of offering apples, you offer bananas, and you do the same Korok essentially 5 times in a row. So I really, really don't like them too much. But yeah, let's go. This is it. You take an apple, you place it down, you get some free apples along the way. Because after you get the Korok, you can technically pick up the other ones, and you never have to come back. Can't really recommend too much. Not that big of a fan. Now, right. Oh my god, I just remembered another type. Okay, I'm gonna have to make like a notepad at the end of this, I'm realizing. So there's lily pads, flower counting, acorns in trees, acorns that you have to shoot. Thankfully, all of them are pretty close nearby. Putting a magnesis ball into a tree stump, even though that's definitely technically similar. So this is a shoot acorn one. In my opinion, they are basically... I would say they're a little bit better than picking up rocks, just because you can shoot them from up high. There's also acorns that are in tree stumps, not in full trees, but kind of like tree trunks that are just sit on the ground. I'm gonna be considering those to be the same. The only cool part about them, in my opinion, is that you can shoot them from the sky, with the bomb arrows especially easily, making them a little bit nicer, especially when it comes to fast completion. But casually, they're kind of whatever. They don't really stand out. I'm realizing that when I'm making my full list here at the end, I probably have to keep it short and just really only mention the Korok seeds that stand out, that are actually fun, because a lot of them are not really that special. And I'm just realizing, oh my god, I just realized another type. So technically over here on the right, I'm pretty sure I already got it, is again a rock, but this time the rock is covered by a boulder instead of something else. So this is another picking up rock Korok. I'm gonna be ranking all of them the same, kind of below average. Now let me run up here because, oh my god, I just remembered another type. How many types are there? Okay, now I'm kind of curious to find out how many types there are. This video is turning out differently than I wanted it to be, but at this point I'm kind of invested. So there is gonna be a type up here somewhere where you have to take a metal boulder and put it into a tree stump. They're basically just a worse version of the block puzzles. Oh nice, Blood Moon. There's another golf one here, by the way. You have to get the boulder into the hole. We'll do that a different time. We already done one of those types. But up on this hill here, there should be a magnesis one. Oh, star fragment as well. Lots of things happening at the same time. These are basically just worse block puzzles, right? I'm gonna be ranking them below block puzzles. Now, what do we need? Flower counting, acorn shooting, lily pads, and the one that I just remembered, which is pretty unique. It's actually over here. I might not get it right now. I know technically where to get a horse for this, but it's kind of cool. It's a unique Korok seed that you can find, I think, Is it only 2 times in the game? I think it's only here and around the Serene stable, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So this Korok only exists 2 times, I guess, making it pretty unique. But it's decent, it's whatever. You just do, you get a horse, you jump over the hurdles, not too tricky. Now, there's still the lily pads, which I really want to find. Let me think. There technically are some over there. Maybe, no, not this way. Lily pads counting flowers and shooting acorns. I definitely know where to find shooting acorns. And then actually from there I can also find more lily pads than the other ones. So shooting acorn. Oh, right. Right. I don't have fairies on this file. The absolute classic. One day I will maybe get... I will probably never get used to it. Just because when I speedrun... Whatchamacallit? When I speedrun 100%, I will always have fairies. And because speedrunning 100% in a way is so similar, I will probably never get used to this. Okay, let me think. Where can I get shooting acorns and lily pads all kind of at the same time? I think probably over here. Yeah. And then counting flowers. Those ones are kind of rare. Actually, this should kind of work out. Actually, it's fine if I don't find a counting flowers one because I'm not going to be ranking them high. What the counting flowers are, they're basically you have to count flowers, right? There's a single flower, then you run into 2 flowers at once, 3, 4, and then finally 5. Some of them are a little bit irritating. They're okay. Wouldn't be ranking them too highly. But let's actually, while I'm gonna be BLSSing, oh, actually I should wait for the blood moon, so I can actually already start writing down different methods on my notepad because I'm kind of curious now. So we got picking up rock in any shape or form. Let them be under leaves, let them be under rubble, under magnesis doors, under stone slabs, picking up rocks in general, right? Then we got shooting static acorns. So those are the ones that don't fly around. They're the ones that hang in trees, sit in trees, or in tree stumps, right? Shooting static acorn. Then we got shooting flying acorn. Those are the ones that I'm going to show you still. Then we got shooting static balloon. We got shooting flying balloon. Balloons that actually move. We got lily pad, we haven't seen them. We got flower chase. We got flower count. We got block puzzle. We got magnesis stump, where you have to put a magnesis boulder into the stump. We got, I'm not gonna count the horse ones because they only exist twice. I wouldn't say that's like a repeated one, right? Wouldn't count it that way. I'm already forgetting the... Oh, light chase. Light chase. I don't like those. We got race. Almost forgot that one again. But I'm gonna be quickly BLSSing over here because I can show you an acorn Korok here. Unfortunately, I don't have a bomb arrow right now, but this one might actually be solvable with a normal bomb. Let's see if I can do it. So what I like about these acorn Koroks... maybe. Actually, I have an idea. Potentially a clever way to solve this one. You see, there's these 3 acorns that fly up here. What actually happens if we place a bomb here? Then we go back to the acorn thing. Boom. Oh, we only hit 2 of them. Unfortunately. Oh, we only hit 1 of them, unfortunately. But that's fine. These ones are pretty cool, especially in combination with bullet time. I kind of like them. That's one of the types that I hadn't shown you yet. Gonna be ranking them a little bit higher at the end. I'm writing down all of the types so we can give... Oh, rock circle. I just saw it on the left. Let me write that down as well. Rock circle. Confetti. Race. Okay, how many types do I have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 already. To be fair, at the end of the day, right, there's 900 Korok seeds, so it makes sense that they gave us a couple options there. Oh, basketball, I forgot. Here is the lily pad one. I think they're pretty satisfying, not too special, but it can definitely recommend them. Also, what do you guys think? How many percentages did I already get today? I'm almost at 25%. Oh god, I almost need to like slow down. But let's wrap this up, okay? Let me go to like a nice tower, maybe in a color, to get an overview and think about this one more time, just in case I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, we got matching trees, offering apples / bananas. I'm just gonna say offering apples, so there's like a little statue, you have to put on an apple, right? Offering apples. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count and rank the methods now, because I think you've seen all of them once. It took 25 minutes to show you all of the different methods, but that's not too bad considering how quickly we've actually done it. But let me go over them. Okay, so we got picking up rock Koroks in any shape or form. We got shooting a static acorn Koroks, shooting a flying acorn, shooting a static balloon, shooting a flying balloon, lily pad Koroks, flower chase Koroks, flower count Koroks, block puzzle, magnesis boulder, light chase, rock circle, confetti, race, basketball.
Rivali's gale is now ready.
Thank you, Rivali. Matching trees and offering apples. I'm thinking about it one more time, but I think that is pretty much it. Think about the entire game. Since I do 100% so much, I should at this point probably remember a different sort of Korok, and I don't really. But since you guys are have the power of the internet and the power of your own brains, maybe you'll find a Korok type that's not unique, that I haven't mentioned yet. But instead of ranking every single one of them, because there is 5, 10, there's like 17 not unique Korok methods. I thought in my mind there was like 8, which is why I thought this would be much easier to rank. But let me tell you the best ones, okay? Instead of ranking every single one of them, I gave you my thoughts on them already. So the best Korok seeds, in my opinion, are... The best one is racing. Maybe casually, not so much, but speedrunning, definitely up there. You activate the race, you have to jump through the ring in time. That's number 1. The second best one, in my opinion, is gonna be shooting flying balloons. Balloons are maybe a little bit annoying casually, but once you actually get the hang of it and you get those trick shots, they become much cooler. The third ones, in my opinion, are gonna be acorn shooting, the flying ones. They're really cool with bomb arrows. They make you feel badass, especially because you're allowed to use bullet time in them. Would definitely rank them relatively highly. Then I also really like the rock circles these days, mainly because of what I showed you earlier, that you can use other pickable rocks and then BLSS to your target location. They're pretty cool. And looking through the list, I think those are really the ones that stand out for me. Lily pads can be quite cool as well, because there's actually several mechanics about them. That make them a little bit cooler. First of all, you can wind bomb into them if you get like a trick shot where you wind bomb perfectly into the lily pads. I kind of want to, yeah, I do want to have them stand out too, because that's really cool. Getting a perfect wind bomb into a lily pad is just really badass, and I really like that. And then that's pretty much my top Korok seeds. The worst ones, in my opinion, the ones that really stand out for me are offering apples. So the statues where simply you put down an apple, very boring. Matching trees, at least casually, if you don't have the speedrunning strategy, where you stasis the one apple that stands out and then cut the tree, they're kind of bad. Flower chases and light chases, mainly flower chases, because when it rains and they're on walls, they're incredibly infuriating, and light chases because they can literally just run away from you, and if you're not patient, which you are usually not as a speedrunner, they are not great. The other ones I mentioned are basically middle of the pack, in my opinion. Nothing too special, nothing too bad. Thankfully I had Mifa's Grace up there, otherwise I would have died, because I again didn't check my health. That would have been a little bit anticlimactic. But damn, this was a massive video. 30 minutes of ranking Korok types, and not really structured, because I was obviously playing the game at the same time as I usually do. Here again, a showcase of why race Koroks are so cool. That is really fun and satisfying to do. And they're gonna be my number 1 Korok seed, but That being said, guys, I need to edit my YouTube video today and probably record some more, so I need to chill with my voice. This video turned out much longer than I wanted. Maybe you at least got some value from it in terms of that you agree or disagree with me, or just got reminded of how many Korok types there are in this game. There's a lot of Korok, so 900, so it does make sense, but pretty cool. We are on 25% and we still have 150 days tomorrow to beat this, so I actually got to slow down a little bit. Let me know some ideas if you're still watching up to 30 minutes, what I should be doing to not have the pace go too quickly. Not to flex, but obviously as a 100% speedrun you could see I basically know where all of the Korok seeds are. So yeah, let me know your ideas. But that being said, thank you so much for watching. My mind is still racing to think if I forgot a Korok type, and I'm gonna be regretting it later. There's a unique Korok here on the Great Plateau. Well, it's technically a confetti Korok, but you have to like get like a tree stump there. It's kind of weird. But that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow when there's only 150 days till Tears of the Kingdom. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.